Executive Program. Syllabus. 4. Module 1, Paper 1, Company Law, 100 marks. Level of knowledge, expert knowledge. Objective, to acquire knowledge and develop understanding of the regulatory framework of companies. With reference to various provisions of Companies Act and its schedules, rules, notifications, circulars. Clarifications thereunder including case laws and secretarial standards. Detailed contents. 1. Introduction. Historical development of concept of corporate law in India. Company, definition, meaning, nature and its characteristics. Nature and forms of business. Company vis-a-vis other forms of business. Concept of corporate personality, corporate veil, limited liability and citizenship. 2. Incorporation and its consequences. Types of companies and their incorporation. Promoters, meaning, position, duties, rights, responsibilities and liabilities. Formation of companies, procedural aspects. Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association and their alteration. Contracts and conversion of companies. Commencement of business. Doctrine of ultra vires, constructive notice, indoor management, alter ego. 3. Financial structure. Concept of capital and financing of companies. Sources of capital, classes and types of shares, equity shares with differential rights, issue of shares at par, premium and discount. Forfeiture and surrender of shares, bonus issues, rights issues, issue of sweat equity shares. Employees' stock option scheme, private placement, preference shares and other forms of securities. Alteration of share capital, reduction of capital, buyback of shares. Prospectus definition, abridged prospectus, red herring prospectus, shelf prospectus. Information memorandum, contents, registration, misrepresentations and penalties. Debt capital, debentures, debenture stock, bonds, recent trends and dynamics of corporate debt financing, debenture trust deed and trustees, conversion of and redemption of debentures. Securing of debts, charges, creation, modification and satisfaction of charges. Allotment and certificates, general principles and statutory provisions related to allotment. Minimum subscription, irregular allotment, procedure of issue of share certificates and warrants. 4. Membership in a company. Modes of acquiring membership. Rights and privileges of members, register of members. Dematerialization and rematerialization of securities. Transfer and transmission of securities in physical and dematerialized forms. Nomination. 5. Management and control of companies. Directors types, directors identification number, DIN, appointment, reappointment. Qualifications, disqualifications, vacation of office, retirement, resignation and removal of. Managing and whole-time directors and manager. Role and responsibilities of directors. Powers and duties. Loans to directors. Remuneration of directors. Office or place of profit. Contracts in which directors are interested. Board of Directors and its committees. Company Secretary, appointment, role and responsibilities. Company Secretary as a key managerial personnel. Meetings. Meetings of board and committees. Frequency, convening, proceedings, video conferencing of board/committees, resolution by circulation, minutes and evidence. General meetings, kinds of meetings, law, practice and procedure relating to convening and proceedings at general and other meetings, notice, quorum, chairman, proxy, voting including voting through electronic means, resolutions, circulation of members' resolution, etc., postal ballot, recording, signing and inspection of minutes. Distribution of powers of a company, division of powers between board and general meetings. Acts by directors in excess of authority, monitoring and management. Sole selling and buying agents, meaning, appointment, and reappointment, removal, powers of central government and rules framed for the purpose. 6. Investments, loans and deposits. Law relating to making investments and granting loans to other bodies corporate and giving guarantees and providing security. Acceptance of deposits, renewal, repayment, default and remedies. 7. Accounts and audit. Books of accounts. Financial statements. Auditors, appointment, resignation and removal, qualification and disqualification, rights, duties and liabilities. Audit and auditor's report. Cost audit and special audit. 8. Dividends. Profit and ascertainment of divisible profits. Declaration and payment of dividend. Treatment of unpaid and unclaimed dividend. Transfer of unpaid and unclaimed dividend to Investor Education and Protection Fund. Board's report and disclosures, contents and annexure to Board's report. Director's responsibility statement, preparation and disclosures. Compliance certificate, need and objective, issue and signing by practicing company. Secretary. Corporate governance report. 9. Registers, forms and returns. Statutory books and registers prescribed under various provisions of the company law. Maintenance, authentication, place of keeping and inspection. Filing of various forms and returns with the authorities. Procedure and penalties for delayed filing. Annual return, nature and significance, contents, and certification by practicing company. Secretary. 10. Inspection and investigation. Inspection of documents. Powers of the inspector. Seizure of books and documents. Inspector's report. Power of the registrar of companies. Investigation into affairs of the company. 11. Majority rule and minority rights. Law relating to majority powers and minority rights. Shareholder remedies, actions by shareholders, statutory remedies, personal actions. Prevention of oppression and mismanagement. 12. Merger, demerger, amalgamation, compromises and arrangements, and overview. 13. Producer companies. Concept, formation, functioning and dissolution. 14. Limited liability partnerships. Concept, formation, membership, functioning and dissolution. 15. Application of company law to different sectors. Banking. Insurance. Others. 16. Offenses and penalties. Introduction. Officer and default. Penalties. 17. Compounding of offenses. 18. Winding up of companies and overview. Conceptor and modes. 19. Striking off name of companies. 20. An introduction to e-governance and XBRL.